Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a glorious day. And today, it is glorious because we're building the factory. What are we doing? Oh, it's probably going to be just chores today. Because while we only have a few chores to work on, they are major chores. We're at the end of iron. We're at the point where we don't have enough iron going, and that's our real bottleneck. This is kind of revolutionary, and it's a good sign. I'm going to tell myself. All right, we did the... No. What's going on here? What is this? What are we waiting for? Fertilizer's out? I didn't even know that. I was looking for the earth stack. Fertilizer is out. Because of ash? For realsies? Huh. Ash might need to be looked at. Alright, we're going to the... No, that's not in the earth stack. Here, let's just go do that now. No, we'll do the earth stack first, because the problem there is egregious. Look, it's the thing again. It's the thing where I think I'm smart, but I learned that I'm not smart. People have been strongly implying this to me for years, but for some reason I simply do not listen. Maybe I should. Personal logistics off, and we're going to help you along. Come here, pure sand enjoyers. I will accelerate you in time. There. Oh, good? Is that everyone? No. There. Is that everyone who needed pure sand? Even a little bit. Okay, so that kicked that. I didn't even realize that there was a... Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, you can stop holding now. So there's a problem at the ash line. Anyway, that's pure sand sorting is messed up, and that had a variety of knock-on effects. We're not going to think about those now. It's in the past. We must concentrate on our glorious future. Alright, so what we got here? It's just really hard to move that much ash with this system, huh? Alright, so some of you guys are going to have to go somewhere else. You're trying to fill cargo with ash? What do you even do with that? I don't even know. Anyway, you're not doing this. You're getting upgraded. And instead of filling cargo here, you're going to the source. This is our new strategy for bulk materials. It's like, look, fill your cargo from right there. Okay, no. Okay, fill your cargo from right there. There. That'll get a little bit of stress off this. I want to get one more out of here. How much do you need? 32,000? Yeah, you're not coming here and doing this. Add destination down here. You are also going to the source. It fills much faster. Then load items until caravan has 32,000 ash. Alright, you go get that. And then everyone else, as before, I will help you along. Here you go. Anyone who wanted ash can now have ash. Okay. So hopefully that will make this go a little faster. Oh, fertilizer stopped. That's a big problem. See, it just doesn't trickle in that fast. I'm going to have to watch this in the future. Anyway, this is the big thing. There's something else, right? There is something else. I have to pave, and then I have to do a thing. Somehow I need more slaked lime, though. This is kind of mysterious to me. It's like right here, no. Right here, yes. This is our slaked lime maker. And you are just not keeping up with demand outside of making sodium hydroxide. See, this makes slaked lime first, and then sodium hydroxide second. And we have another installation down here which just makes sodium hydroxide. And so I'm going to have to overflow this out and get it onto this line. So what we're going to do with that, so this is going to come just straight up and then over right there. Just from right here. Okay. Let's do that. And this will take the excess slaked lime from down here, and this is all too complicated. It's simply too much. Give me an overflow valve. We are going to solve these complex relationships we have in the factory. We shall introduce more complex relationships. And we are going to hope that it all balances out, right? Oh, well, this isn't going to balance out. I had another big thing I wanted to do today. I can't, it's not on my list. No, it's phenol generation. It's deeper down on the list. Yeah. We're also going to do a lot of landscaping today, and I mean possibly a record-breaking amount of new city blocks in the factory. That's going to be an achievement, but fairly dull one. At least I have some projects I can talk about. Yeah, my life is too busy. I have projects, unfortunately. They take away from my factory time. Well, maybe if we go right here, we can leap all of this. Maybe. Oh, we can. Oh, these pipes are great. Best upgrade in the game, I swear. Multi-purpose. Niobium pipes, honestly, are probably just a little better. Because they're just straight doubling, and it's at a time. Oh, no. Okay, I polluted. I am a polluter. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that doesn't work, and I probably should have saw that. Are we at the proper level yet? No, we were up to go until we passed cyanic. Remember when cyanic was a problem? So do I. So, I'm just imagining that this is going to completely solve... Look at this, I didn't trim this. Absolute barbarity. Yeah, we need real phenol generation. We need that for rubber specifically, but it's used in a lot of stuff. So I have to make a phenol maker, which you might say, haha, that's going to be easy, but no. Proper primary phenol comes by way of lignin, which comes by way of cellulose. And while it is true that this will only have a couple ingredients, being sodium hydroxide and raw fiber, the unfortunate thing is that all of it will spoil. So what I want to do is just tap in right here, just like right here, right there would be best. I left a trailing as well. I knew I was going to do this, I suppose. Alright, so we pulled a primary producer slaked lime line. None of you are going. Why? I must not have connected this fully at some point. Yeah. Yep. Good job. Good job. Excellent work. Peak engineering. Here is where No, that's fine. That's fine too. Because I connected the wrong line right there. And so, okay, that was explicitly not what I was going to want to do. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just do this here then. Alright, so, you can do 100, maybe even 300 good things. But then if you do one bad thing at the end, that's all they'll ever remember you for. Alright, so we added a whole lot of slaked lime to the slaked lime tank. Which is somewhere right here, and you should be rapidly rising, right? 33, 39, 40. Okay, so this problem solved. We now have to address... Oh, I deleted the thing. Oh, it said more Xylenol, and we need more Xylenol from a couple different directions. We're going to do it two ways. One, we're going to bolster the ones that are running right now by putting in an enormous venting line right here. And then we're going to make Xylenol by way of strip distillates. Okay, excuse me, not this. We don't have enough phenol. We need... Yeah, this. This is bad, but we have a lot of aromatics and a lot of benzene right now. And benzene comes to us from strip distillates. This is a way of getting Xylenol out of medium distillates and not out of low distillates as it's been done. But anyway, to accomplish any of these things, I'm going to need to do a whole lot of paving. And I mean just an astonishing amount of paving. First, I know the alarm's going off. I know. I'm addressing that, right? The alarm's going off, alerting me to this situation early. So it's doing its job, it's working, and we're still stuck here, and we're stuck here because no lab instruments. No lab instruments needs rubber. Rubber needs phenol. So this is all... I'm working on it, guys. I'm on it. I really am. I'm paying attention. Where are my grenades? Why don't I have more grenades on me? Oh, I don't need that many, honestly. I need a lot more of that. Yeah, this is fine. Gonna need more bricks, too. Gonna need probably more of everything. But mostly I'm gonna need basically all of the landfill I have. All might be a bit much, but I don't think this is enough. Here. And let's just start with that. Oh, I didn't grab energy drink. Oh no. Oh no. My feet though so slow. No. No, it takes forever to get around. I've put down refined concrete, the fastest surface, and I'm still so slow. So slow. Alright, we're going to do landfill first. Give me that. And then we'll clear. So what we need to do is bots off. And we're putting in the last block down here and then 2 blocks all the way over to here. So it's going to be a lot of paving on the landfill. Right there. Like this can go away too. Alright, and so what we really want is to take this. And can I just do that? No. Oh, I can. Alright. So I want to get out there and take that point. So, all the way over here, friends and neighbors. I'm going to start rambling about what's going on in my world. I unfortunately have projects. I'm probably doing things wrong. I mean, almost certainly. But things are moving forward. So, this is too much. Really? Really? It takes this long to pull it up? So, I have been given a domestic task. I have been handed an antique chandelier. And this antique chandelier is real big, about an arm span wide, real tall. It's going to go in a nice dining room somewhere. And it's been handed to me. And I have been told, hey you, this has to get cleaned, with an expectitious pause afterwards. And I want to tell you, I have never cleaned an antique like this. And all I know is that in fixing things, as Ecce Homo has taught us, fixing things does not always make them better. And so this chandelier I have probably dates from the 1800s. And it's old. It has been rewired, perhaps even competently, for modern electricity. But it doesn't have dirt. I guess the word is tarnish, what I'm dealing with here. It's very, very stuck on grime and chemical oxidation. And so I've been asked in a way that very much implies that we aren't asking to please clean the chandelier as best I can. I gave the disclaimer that I am a moron, and by coming to me with this, you are accepting whatever happens. I am not insured in this, sir. If you take me to court over this, not only will I not be able to compensate you for your problems, you are not getting your chandelier back. There are no refunds at my particular shop here. And this has been accepted, perhaps even with understanding of what I said. Once upon a time, I gave this speech to a friend saying, I will attempt to fix your video card. I have done this before with mine, and it did in fact work. But if it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. It's broken now when you hand it to me. It'll be broken when I hand it back. That's as good as you get. I will try. That's the end. And we're going to need a lot more. Maybe I was wrong about needing all the lawns. All of the landfill in the box. And the story there is I just did a standard bake and solder reflux on the video card in my oven. And yes, it did work. It brought the video card back to life, just like it brought my video card back to life. And I maintained my reputation as a wizard for another day. I asked her why she would give a precious piece of electronics to someone who would just say, you know, I might just utterly ruin this thing. And she just looked at me and said, I don't know anything about this. You said something about an oven. I wasn't really listening. If you told me that you were going to take it and you were going to run it over with your car, I would go, yep, go give it a shot. Well, that's faith for you, but she's probably not using that video card anymore. It's way out of date, but it did get fixed. Anyway, such is this reputation, now I've been given a chandelier to bring back from the brink. And there's like several considerations here. Obviously, it's brass. Obviously, I can look up brass. Obviously, I've played my share of Dwarf Fortress. I'm a Factorio kind of guy. I understand brass is going to be copper, zinc, maybe some tin. And then you look up a little bit about what they do with these things back then. You realize it's probably brass plated. Underneath is probably bronze. It's a heavy, heavy sumbitch. I don't like lifting it by myself. It's heavy. So solid metal all the way through. Either going to be bronze, copper core, or brass on the inside. Either way, we're dealing with a hefty amount of copper, with just on its resale value today is going to be a consolation prize for everybody. But I figured out I didn't know what I was going to do, what I was doing, so sat down with all sorts of cleaners, as you would know from playing Pyanodons. I got our old friends ammonia together. I got our old friends acetone together. I got a variety of just kitchen cleaning oils, mineral spirits sold here as baby oil. And I'm just going to start rubbing on this thing, and we're going to see what has an effect. And the answer turns out to be ammonia. That says what I'm looking at is, in fact, brass tarnish. Maybe bronze tarnish, I don't know. It's tarnish. It comes off with ammonia. And there is a product called Brasso, which is ammonia plus some light abrasive. And my current strategy right now is to go at it with just some ammonia and water and take off the light distillates, the stuff that clings but lightly to the surface of the material, and just kind of wipe it clean with that. It smells terrible. I have to have the door open and the fan going while I do this. You know, safety first and all that. And after that, oh wow, we're still not done. This is a lot. Well, this is going to be the last lake I victimized for a while. Because I have to go in yet again and get still more landfill. Aren't you right here? That's not enough. That's not enough. Yeah, it might take everything. Another good old what did it cost moment as I spiral towards my Pyrrhic victory. So that's going to be a while because this is not fast going. And while bonds of obligation do tie me to this task, it's going to be a bit. And I told them, it's going to be a while before you see this thing. But it does look nice and shiny and gold. And this is another problem. I rubbed this thing shiny and new. I eventually reconfirmed this with them explicitly. You want it shiny and new looking to the best of my ability. And the answer came back, yes, do that for me. I was like, okay. Because I know there is a consideration with things this old in that sometimes the value of the thing is the funky color it gets. The patina matters. And I looked up some stuff. And I learned that, you know what? Patina things matter. But I was told shiny and gold. And it's not going to get all the way. And it did look like crap before. It's not looking like old and dignified. It looked like garbage. It looks like you got a deal on that thing. So that is one of my many, many tasks I need to see to in what would otherwise be factory time, you know? All right. Go, my pretties. Go. Pick up these things. I fling a grenade around, frustrating you. That friggin' monkey. Well, the good news is, because I had to pave all of that, it means it's not going to have trees on it. So clearing the land will be slower than normal, or faster than normal, excuse me. The exact opposite of the word that came out of my mouth. Here. Let me hold still for a moment and look to the battery. Just... Alright, everybody in the bus. Everybody in the bus. And then we will incorporate those islands, which are no longer islands. Hey, high five. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? What are you doing? Oh, you're taking rubber to the south? I didn't know we were that generous. Rubber is kind of important to us right now, guys. I'm not sure if the South is loved quite that much, but the factories are still entangled, unfortunately. Here, all this stuff gotta go. There. Like the Romans explaining to Tyre that no, they are no longer independent. These islands are now incorporated to the mainland. So all this, all you guys, and yeah, this is going to be, and then we're actually just done clearing. Provided I actually brought enough cliff explosives with me, which clearly I haven't. So we'll see to that in a minute here. I'll get rid of the trees first, and I'll trash out. We are completely... How are we doing on liquid power? Fine for now. It'll survive this in a few more days. Yeah, I should have brought a lot more cliff explosive, knowing I was going to be operating near a lake. Probably a good 100 units of cliff explosive. But still, not the worst day I've ever had landscaping. At least I had something to talk about. I do have a life outside of Factorio some days. I need to get rid of the wood directly. If I go to the log whale, yeah, guys, I'm working on it. Oh, we're out of ASP again. That's probably something rubber, right? Log whale has not accepted a single thing. How can that be? That implies that you've just not made any substrate since ever. Just ever. But we're using that to grow fagua. Fagua every single day. So what is that about? And this is not enough to get all this out of my inventory. Not even close. So I gotta find a way to just a dedicated way to get rid of logs in bulk. And I suppose the answer there is a burner. You know, I should really do that. Where is one of my waste disposal units? I have them around. Like right here. And then I need a box, which I don't have on me. And then I need hands, which I don't have on me. Okay, everyone just hold on. I'm improving my life in a small way. Yeah, sure. And give me a shed. Sure. And we'll come right up here, and then we'll just have a real wood disposal in that we're burning it. And of course, I didn't grab a power line. Ah! Okay, breathe. It's sometimes difficult around the chandelier. It's ammonia gets into your lungs. But it's stable. It's fairly... Okay, it's the right kind of job I can do a little of, but not probably forever. Because you can turn your brain off and do that, unlike working with a computer. You turn your brain off in front of a computer, and it interprets that as like a kill signal. It goes in for you right then. Like you start messing with configurations with your head not screwed on straight, you're going to have problems. And we're going to need more of all this. I have had really good, and I mean really good, results lately incorporating AI into my programming workflows. I'm really shocked at the range of responses to the question, how useful is AI? But I've been using AI services to just draft my functions for a long time. And it works really well. I don't know if I just know how to talk to it better, or I just have more calibrated expectations. But it is absolutely clear to me that the various LLM services are 100% going to kill the programmer profession in large amount. Within my lifetime, certainly. I don't know what that's about. It's just... Oh, it launched way early. The trick I use is I figured out you write a specification for the AI for something you want done as if you would write it for another person, as if you were writing it for a team member, a particularly slow team member. And then you have to remember you're dealing with a machine, and a machine is, unfortunately, a little bit better at logic than your average team member. So you strip out all pronouns, essentially, You use full, proper nouns everywhere. You repeat yourself over and over to make sure they understand the object of every sentence unambiguously. Now it's time for the big zip. Boom. Oh, it's going to take a while, even at speed. And then at the end, you have like your 20-point specification of what you would like to see happening. Like, this is the error conditions, this is what we're looking for, this is the input, this is the output, this is the language, this is what we're going to be doing with, this is what has to happen, this is our error, this is what our logging looks like, this is what we do in case of errors, and blah, 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 blah. And you get that all written down, and you have essentially a small program specification just drop there. And you drop that in the LLM, being whoever your LLM of choice, and it will think for a little bit. Hopefully it thinks for a minute or two, and then it will spit out some code at you. Usually like 200 lines or so. This has to be moved. Not right now. And then you do not touch that code. That code that comes back, do not touch it. Do not be drawn into the illusion that this code might be what you want. It is not. Then you immediately turn around and you ask the same question every single time. LOM, you say, thank you, because it's important to be polite to the things that will eventually replace you. LLM, I say, what can I do to make this specification better and more clear? And then it will think for a little bit, not as long as before, and say, oh yeah, there's parts in here that are complete nonsense and I'm just guessing at. Could you tell me what's going on at this point and this point and this point? And this point can mean like 3 different things. So what it would be much better and more clear and more helpful if, hint, hint, you improve the specification in these areas. And what's important to this is you are getting feedback from the entity that is actually trying to do the task. And it's very important, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, that this feedback be heeded. So if like a mechanic comes to you and say, I'd really love to fix your car, but you've got this problem, this problem, and this problem, the path to fixing your car leads through you resolving those problems. If your coworker says, well, I know we need to get this thing done, but we can't for X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z really aren't going to go away, no matter how much you want to shout at them. Like a dwarf at the counter. It is there until a solution is resolved. It is proposed. So the LLM will tell you, fix your words, monkey. Hey, bioorganic, inferior life form. Your quote-unquote language, which is possibly the crowning achievement of your entire species, which you had no hand in inventing. You are a mere user of, technician-level language user. Your usage of it doesn't work for me in the following ways. Fix point A, fix point B, and also I, J, and M. And it's like, okay. You take the machine's advice, and then you go and you try to clarify that as best as possible. In the worst case, what you do is you say, I understand that this is a possible interpretation here. It is not so. And you just add in words. And what you'll end up with is a extremely bloated specification for some code that contains a lot of redundancies and contains things that a quote-unquote normal human being would not need to see. And you shove that in, and what comes back is, in my experience anyway, very consistent results, in that it's usually like 95, 98% of the way there. And then at that point, I drop the machine and fix it myself. Verification is the value I now bring to this ecosystem. And I understand, I feel I might be a little better with words than my average colleague, in that writing up a detailed, explicit, unambiguous email in monkey language is not something that comes all too difficult to me. It's kind of why that has fallen to be my lot in life. However, I understand that many of the people I work with will struggle with this and will say, well, it's just faster for me to write it myself and to fight through all the little things and to look up the syntax when I need to and make sure everything is okay. And it's better. I write code better than you write words, or as well as you write words. I definitely write code better than I write words. And this is a respectable position. However, I would like to give a glimpse at what I believe is the terrible future coming for all of me and mine. And that is, the computer language of the future is not going to be intelligible by humans any more than binary is currently intelligible by humans. Right now we have this sort of programming language as middleware, where the monkey writes something the monkey sort of understands, and then a compiler takes it to something that Silicon understands. And it is eminently clear that the LLM model of artificial intelligence is coming for the entire programming profession, and it will at one point do away with this middle layer of the human intelligible programming language. And that at one point, which I'm confident, I am absolutely confident right now, very clever people are coming up with the LLM programming language Mark 1. And this will be a direct bridge between how LLMs process information and how Silicon processes information. And it's going to be cutting out the monkey entirely. You can, in theory, sit down and pound out a program in binary. I have done so. You can, in theory, make your own compiler. I have done so. But what's going to happen is you will not be able to, you will be able to, in theory, write in the LLM's programming language. But as a practical matter, it will not happen. And it will be better and faster than anything a human can do. And the actual programming language that actually gets things done, which I fully expect to see in my lifetime, will be just English. It's going to be English because the language of LLMs is English. And so it will be the language of all computers going forward. So I really worry about that CS degree if you happen to be going in for something like that. I don't think there's a lot of future out there for coders. It's more talkers. We're not going to want people that are really good at differential calculus. We're going to want people that are really good at analytical philosophy. Lawyer level almost. We're going to want people who can communicate in precise language than machines. Anyway, that was enough words to fill landscaping era. That's what I'm doing. I'm fixing stuff and I'm predicting the doom of all my professional colleagues. This is not a particularly popular opinion, but I stand by it. What we need to do is now vent. Yes, I understand the alarm is going off. All right, so right now, one of our problems. Okay, here's the surface of the problem right now. This step right here, this step right here. Need more Xylenol. Okay, let's go look. Xylenol. And we're kind of dippy, up and down, lower than it used to be. Why? Well, I can tell you. It's a real simple explanation, actually. Look at the Xylenol, it don't run all the time. She stops. Why? Low distillate stops. Why? These guys stop. Why? Cannot vent. The vent is full. All of this is venting at maximum ventage. We need more vent. Ideally, we need to use all that stuff. Come back, I want it. Ideally, we want to actually use all that. But we do not live in an ideal world. We live in a cursed, fallen earth. And so we have to deal with things as they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this area, and then I'm going to draw down the waste fuel line, which honestly, I feel like I could rig something up to use the waste fuel. If I was just a little smarter, I could like power a couple smelter blocks out of it. And then that's how I would deal with this. I feel if I was smarter, I could make that happen. Problem is, it's not dependable. So it would have to be some sort of situation where it switches from one to another. It would require combinators, my old enemy, and logic, never my friend. And try to figure out how to do that. Does this actually go all the way through? Is this like the last line I've been saving? Well, congrats. I've been saving it for today. And we are going to install an absolute ton of liquid power disposal units. Yeah, a lot of people say AI doesn't work for them. AI works really well for me. And I believe it is because specifically of how I talk to it. And how I'm used to putting things into words very specifically for people, which makes me highly skilled at putting things into words very well for the machine to use. And we work well together in this regard. Give me all of these boilers. And it's only going to get better / worse depending on your how you feel about the state of modernity. If you don't like it, no, trust me, I'm right there with you. Modernity has a lot of problems associated with it. Like, I have no idea what the kids of today are going to do. Like, don't go in for CS, I tell you that. The skills being taught in university are now permanently 15 years out of date. Like, what is needed and what is taught have almost no bearing on each other right now. This doesn't need power at all. It just needs liquid power. It needs all this stuff to get out of here. True? Maybe. So I don't know what's coming with the world. I get the joy of watching everything I know fall to pieces and need to be reborn again. It's one of them curses right there, I think. So we need this. There. And then we're just gonna, we're gonna have to recondense all this steam. I'll do here. No, we're gonna build an entire layer for that. Right here. We're gonna need a lot of water. We're probably gonna need 2 pumps. Probably gonna need more than 2 pumps. Where are you coming from? So, like, yes. Hello, good friend. You will live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Thank you. Thank you for choosing reality, serving your needs in the most horrifying way. Right here, and you got an underflow. Less than 3, and now our buffer tank. All right, and we're going to be using the big boy cooling towers. Which means I guess we orient it like this. So something like this. So steam will come in like so. Water will come out like so. The chandelier problem's alright. It's interesting. I've never done anything like this. I am a little afraid I am ruining it. Like the value of the patina. But I was given explicit instructions. I don't think you guys understand. Words were said. And those words at this point cannot be taken back. Okay, cannot be taken back in our lifetimes. Tarnish that comes once can come again. It's just, we're going to be waiting on that for a bit. But I think it's going to look nice at the end. And I will have done something new and different and not involving a computer. And that is how I weigh good use of my time now. He says as he spends yet another set of hours in front of Factorio. This doesn't count. This is relaxation time. This isn't dealing with colleagues. The joy that is colleagues. If you ever are tempted to have a colleague, I urge you to rethink that. You are on the wrong path, good sir. Colleagues do not lead anywhere good. Be antisocial. Be unhinged. We're a little too far. We need a bit more space here. Thankfully, we have a little more space. It's said that computer people always, when they're at they always strongly recommend no computers. Whenever they snap and get out, they go and they run a fruit stand or something. And that is 100% true. I crave surety and simplicity. That is not found in steel, my friends. Not today. I think our happy little Mechanicus guy is a little too into toasters to be able to understand the downsides of what he's proposing. All right, we need many oil burners and lots of pipe. And then this will be the end of venting. This is Ultimus Venticus. The vent will happen. Venting is no longer optional. Venting is obligatory. So let's go, where do we make oil burners? It's fairly early, right? It's in one of the weirdo spots like this. Oil burn right there. Yeah, fairly early. And this is going to produce an astonishing amount of flue gas. Give me all of those. And that means we still have more. Oh, I wonder if we've made any Nexalit accumulators. This worries me. I'm watching it. The alarm went off, so it's not a real panic yet. We're going to be doing this for a while, aren't we? Oh, yeah. Okay. Keep putting more in. Nexalit accumulators. They were dunked here. We've made 8. All right. When we get up to like 50, I'll go build a block of those. Oh, you've got more. Where are you guys pulling these from? All right, that's probably it. And that's still nowhere near enough. But we're getting there. Here, let's start from up here. There we go. Do all that's in range of here. Then do all that's in range of here. Is that it? No, we have 10 more. So just kind of slowly walk forward. Doing it from front to back. There we go. Now we're out. We're going to need those guys, which may come in by end of episode. I don't know. I really wish that wasn't there because these are offline now. But we have our terrible device. We can hook that in right now. There is your water. And you're slowly getting that water. I don't think we have enough pumps. I think we have to invert that at the bottom as well. Yeah, maybe we do have enough because it's going. It's filling up on flue gas right now. And once this is done, we should see this just flip. Just flip, 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 flip. Whenever there's something to vent. All right. You just hook in right there. Okay, good. So now you'll definitely have all that water. And how are we doing on flue gas? We're still pressurized, so let's just look right now. Real quick. And it's just venting one after another, right? Why isn't it venting one after another? What's going on? 0.3? Why isn't this flipping faster? Medium distillates. Oh, does it not flip fast enough? Why would you go to medium distillates at all? Oh, something's wrong. There's also the fact that this is... Oh, this pumping speed is maximum, isn't it? That's why. Oh, we're at the maximum pump speed now. Oh, we have to upgrade those to actual pumps and not underflows. Okay. Before we do that, let's get flue gas out of here. And the way to do that's pretty straightforward. And then hopefully the flue gas disposal system I set up is enough. And just right in here, but not right there, obviously. Oh, this is the worst line. We get the bad ending. Well, pick this all up and try again. Here, I offer this one now. Our counter offer is this line. Okay. This is, of course, 90% full because it's venting as hard as it can. Yeah, people are way too focused on AI, on its flaws. Like I keep pointing out to people, AI right now is putting in C-level results. But it's putting in C-level results in every field all at once. And that is not nothing. It is 100% not nothing, friends. And like, raise your hand if you think we're done and this is peaked and it will never, ever, 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 ever get any better. It's like, come on, guys. Once the monkey gets even a fingernail into a problem, that problem gets ripped to pieces. And there's so much money and effort and attention going into AI development right now. No, we ain't done. All right. So what we gotta do is put pumps on here. And you gotta be wired. You gotta wired for, can we do anything? Everything is greater than, I think it's 20K we want. So you should be off. And that should be enough to just copy and paste on all of these, right? Because they're all equally everything. Yeah, now look at that flip. Yeah, look at that. Now we should all be going all the time. Yeah. Oh, we need more pumps? For real? Do we not have them delivered to us? I could have sworn this was standard kit. But apparently not. Alright. Thank you again, random viewer, who nagged me into doing that. So this is definitely going to be just a day of chores. There's no way I'm going to get to anything after this. There, take that. Because we have 2 major builds to do, and we're an hour into this, so no. Just isn't good. And they go dark. This is what you want. And it's just gonna flip, 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 flip. Sushi piping is a terrible concept. I hate it. I don't think it should exist. I think it's too dumb to exist. And you get smacked back. And you get smacked back. All right, so we should be able to see on the graph high distal. And over the last, yes, and now we are up at max. Because here is where we were clogged by venting, and now we are no longer clogged. So we can also take a look at xylene. Yeah, and now we're peaked. We're peaked at 24 a minute. And that's better than before, but still probably not enough. This is probably going to have other knock-on problems. Well, this is better just all over. The grand vent. I really should do something with this steam. We're venting the flue gas just fine, and that's good. All right, so good. Mission accomplished. Now we have to make Xylenol from another method, the benzene method. I need a pause. Everyone sit still. All right. Break accomplished. Though not rest, merely a break. All right, so what I'm going to do is now I have to make the next one. Yeah. So I'll pull down benzene, and we'll get aromatics from right here. And we're just going to try to crash them into... maybe I should be using biofluid for this. Because that will prioritize things correctly. Yeah, I'll use biofluid. Alright, okay, you got me. This is possibly useful, but locally wrong. So this has to be adjusted. Alright, so I think they're mixers, right? I seem to remember. I actually have things in my skull that were there previously. And we want to make Xylenol. Z-Y-L. There we are. There we are. Xylenol. I think we might need pipes. I mean, look at this. This uses a lot, and we're going to have a lot of these. Yeah, we need pipes. Which really says I should be doing this right here. Do I have enough windmills on me? No. Do we have any windmills in the south factory? I've been treating you guys well. Yes. Not a lot of windmills, but they do have windmills for me. So we're going to draw down aromatics, and we're going to draw down benzene. And we're going to try to just convert that to Xylenol. I'm not sure if this is a good trade or not. I know we definitely we do not have enough benzene production to run the battery that I will be making. And even, maybe I should be making benzene on site then. Maybe I should just acknowledge what I'm doing is dumb. And then just bring down a... Yeah, wait a second. Because if I do it this way... Hold on. I'll describe this in a minute. Hold on. I think I remember something. I think I might be even being intelligent. Hold on. Pending. We have to fix that. We have to put that down. We have to make sure we fix this, which was carbolic oil, which was going where? It's got to be this line, right? No? Where are you getting your carbolic from? Right here. It has to be this line. Why did you juke over? Why? I must have missed. Anyway, hold on. Intelligence pending. Story of my life. Intelligence pending. We may have a good idea. We may... just be about to embarrass ourselves yet again. One of the two. All right, there's a recipe, right? For benzene. Benzene. Our good old aromatic ring. We love it so. Strip distillates and tin chromium. That's what we're doing right now. Isn't there another way? There's more ways, right? Yeah, over here there's more ways. That's just the item. Nextlet and aromatics and steam. Oh, and heat. Okay, screw that. And then cold water slurry becomes a little bit of it. It's like, if this didn't require heat, no. Is there any better way to make benzene? Like, this is really good except for the whole multi-purpose cracker thing. And we're making lots of aromatics right now. And this is what we're doing, and I guess this is what we're going to continue to do. I mean, this isn't terrible either. But again, multi-purpose cracker. All right, I suppose we move forward with the original plan. We bring in benzene and aromatics, and then if we need more, well, we'll just figure that out. So we need a lot of mixers. You are Xylenol. This is just a pure liquid-liquid transformation. Okay, let's do this. All right, so let's just rough it out, right? We're gonna need more pipes, and I should be doing this anywhere but here. All right, like that, and now Coopy and then paste. All right, so this is gonna eat all of our something. Like, this will just drain out benzene if I allow it, which isn't the worst fate, because at least being used properly, right? Then we're gonna have to do something about this. Here, we're gonna declare there's a via somewhere. Don't pay attention. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Should I go with just one row of this for right now? I think probably. They go so fast. Oh, that works. Here, no, that doesn't work. I want group blocks of 4, if at all possible. I suppose it doesn't matter at all. Okay. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. There. That's just fine. Everyone just ignore me. Just babbling like a crazy man. Because, true facts. Not all there, friends. Can I fit one more? I can. If I move things over just a bit. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Is this going to work? Yes. Okay. So I need 4 more of these, and this is going to produce a lot of Xylenol a second. Especially when beaconed. Kind of wish I could have slipped it in. Maybe I can slip it in right there, and it's even better. Here, let's find out. Because I'm only doing... Oh, I can. We're using this space, boys. This is what we're doing. Yeah, and it gets even more dense. Nice. All right, we're going to have to remove all that. Remove all this. Remove all this. Okay. And then it's like we were never here. Yeah, this is definitely 100% a chore day. Can't be helped. Here. And these guys, you have to be adjusted. We're going to need pipes and some more mixers. All right, there we go. Now you guys can go. We might even... Yeah, we're right by an aromatic line anyway. And this is not the proper aromatic line, but it's proper enough, I say. We probably are not getting near enough. Anyway, I need 4 more mixers. So, let's go get that. Actually, let's just go get a stack. Mixers are always useful to have on hand. It's the circle with the swirly thing inside. Right there. Right over there. It's high tech. Mixers are high tech. Alright. And this hopefully will completely solve our Xylenol problem for a while at least. And through that, completely solve our iron problem. One could hope anyway. So, are you on a line or are you on... I want to say you are on the actual direct input. Because I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at here. Yeah, right here. And we are currently full up, I think. Yeah, because it stops at 10K. Well, surprise! Surprise! Your labors are not complete. Surprise! We have additional terms and conditions. There you go. And this will just utterly obliterate all production. And we have to now sneak benzene down. That's not that hard, but I don't think these guys are making enough either. I believe this is going to be an issue. Right now you're stopped, but you won't be stopped forever, friends. It's only 75 a second. That if it's all going at once, it might be enough. I kind of want to overflow here, but we'll see. And before I turn this on, I'm going to want to put Xylenol out, which is really simple. Let's just go up. Up, 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 up. And then that will get tied in. And then hopefully we'll see a new record for Xylenol production. Oh, this is a bad place to go. I'm causing myself problems by doing this. Well, looks like I have to. Alright, fine. I didn't want to be in a position where I had to do a weird squiggle in order to make it turn right. Where's the Xylenol line? Oh, it's right here. Come to me. Come over here. And we're going to figure out... We have to get in here, huh? So we got to do this. There we are. Xylenol connected. Are we ready for the moment? Big task, number like 3 of the day. There we go. Pumping out the Xylenol. It can be prodded. It should be prodded. It really should be. Because I need less of it, but I need it to be more efficient. Or maybe I don't do that right now. Maybe I wait for that, especially since I don't have the prod modules. Wait for there to be a problem before I solve that problem. That's kind of a revolutionary idea. How are we doing over here? We should be getting Xylenol pretty quickly. This seems like it's doing better. All this going and then all these guys going. Are you actually full up? You should never be completely full up. And then in a bit here, maybe things will be better. It's really hard to say. I usually try to stick with the much safer. Things will be different. All right, let's take a look. It's pumped for a little bit. I want to see Xylenol production. Okay. All right, so we were suffering along at like 17, 18, 17, probably we're going to call it 18. 18 a minute. And now we're up at 42, so more than doubled. And this will directly lead into molten iron. Probably not right now. Probably we need a little time for the belt to work, but soon. Okay, more Xylenol. Now we have to do primary phenol generation. That's going to take the rest of the episode. Like just 100%. All right, let's go into base center. Let's refill. And then see what we're going to have to do to get the phenol problem under control. I've known I was going to have to do this for a while. But knowing it and actually do it... Wait, is that an... That's an ocula. Alright, let's stick you down somewhere. Let's stick you... Should probably be over here. I should probably take the ocula with me. And we'll see what happens with this thing. We have made an ocula. It looks like this is suffering. Alright, we're going to stick you, my new buddy, right here. For no real reason. You can only store 3? Oh, that's terrible. And what are you... You're in network? Oh no, you're not in network. Okay, come with me. Maybe we'll put it right here. We'll put it at base center and see what happens. This isn't permanent. We will put it right here and we'll just watch what happens. It only takes 3. That's rough. Alright, well, we'll see. Apparently I'm full up now. We need to go see... It needs an animation when there's something in there, you know? We need to figure out how to make phenol. Alright, so we want to make phenol. This is our goal. Phenol comes out of lignin, and it's done decently fast. Lignin comes out of cellulose and sodium hydroxide, and cellulose comes out of raw fiber and sodium hydroxide. So this is going to be kind of a complex balance, but the core is bring raw fiber and sodium hydroxide, get phenol out. So, okay, we are going to need pulp mill. Yeah, pulp mill. We are going to need... Oh no, it's a multi-purpose cracker. Oh no. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. No. Oh, that means heat. And this build just gets worse. What's that? Dielectric layer. Oh, that means something. Is there any other way to get it? No. And it's going to be needed in a lot of other places. Oh, that sucks. Sucks to be me. So we need multi-purpose crackers, pulp mill, crackers, and then after that, phenol. And that's done in a DD. So this is going to be an entire city block, maybe even more. DDs. Destructive distillation column. Multi-purpose crackers. That's not what I wanted to see. Least favorite building, because I know what it means. Coal power plant. Now we need pulp mills. Don't mistake your pulp mill for your wet scrubber. You will have a bad time. You gonna do anything? Why do they only hold 3? That might be a problem. I might have to argue against, because that's just tedious. You're going to want 100 of these, right? At least. Alright, so down... Oh, I should get more oil burners. Here, back again. Come on, I'm on my way. Oil burners, please. Just one. Thank you. Alright, we'll figure this out, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, sure, deliver some of those. It's going really well here. So, if we were to do this here, let's take a look at our horrible reality. We're going to need an in and an out. So let's just say our in is right there. And let's also say our out is down here. This really shouldn't be done here, right? This is more for liquids. Where's my heat line? Heat ends up here, so I really should be digging a line right next to that, or using this. This needs heat. I mean, why not? I've kept that space open for something heat for a long time. This is something heat. All right, we'll use this block. All right, so coal power plant. you're going to be in the middle. And we have our logistics right there, and we're going to need an input. And the input is going to bring in the sodium hydroxide and the raw fiber. And then we're going to have pulp mills right here, and you're going to be making cellulose. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to need multi-purpose crackers, and this is probably going to be the bottleneck, right? I probably should have brought more heat pipe. You need to make lignin, and you are going to be an enormous pain. You eat 2 megawatts, but it doesn't even matter. We can adjust that aggressively. We can have as many of these as we can fit. Give me those back. And then after that, we need DDs. And unfortunately, these are big. You need to make phenol out of lignin. And then we need an out. So this is the bones. All right, hold on. We can't really get the bones like this because I've gotten in my own way. In the way of my bones. All right, so let's think about ratios. This makes 2 cellulose a second. Great. This eats 1 cellulose a second. Oh, well, that was horrifying. Think of a mob of those coming at me. Jeez. All right, so we're thinking maybe 1 line of these, 2 lines of these. This produces 2 lignin a second. And this eats 2 lignin seconds. We want equal numbers of these, half of these. So, and they're smallest. So let's just think about a situation where we have a belt like this. You see why I'm saying this is going to take me the rest of the episode? Because this is a complex system I have been avoiding. So let's say we just do this and this. And then we H it. And we do this line. And we just take this, and then we have cellulose go out. And we're going to have to deal with spoilage. Keep that in mind, too. We're not going to be able to get out of this without dealing with the spoilage products. Say we do this. Okay, this works for me. And then, okay, we stick a power pole in here. And then out and out again. It spoils, but it doesn't spoil super fast. So in this system we have created for ourselves, in this world we have willed into being. Nah, leave it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cellulose makers. We're going to hear notepad. Come here. Come here. We're going to have 16 cellulose per second. Great. And that will come out here, and we'll have half of you go up. And it'll be nice, right? It'll be nice. We're going to have to, we have to have outs too. No, nothing rots there. Well, it can rot in the machine. So, all right, so we can't do quite like this. We can't do quite like that either. All right, so you are going to be filtered on cellulose, and you are going to be filtered on not cellulose. And so we address spoilage at this tier. And we can't forget to do that at every single tier. Can't remember. Okay, so in this horrible world we have made for ourselves, we are now getting... Wow. Maybe I don't want a bunch of those. Okay, so 16 cellulose per second. That means we're going to need 16 of these guys. And 16 of these guys. Let's see if we can make this work. I don't know why notepad's here. This isn't a hard calculation. Oh, we all want to look at things first. All right, let's take a look and see Xylenol. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be able to keep up. Because I'm pretty sure this just can't go. Oh, it can go. So what is the problem? Where is Xylenol? Are we full up? No. Why are we stopped? Huh. Are we blocked? Shouldn't be blocked ever. That guy was blocked. Oh, yeah, out of steam. Not enough steam? Yeah, okay. That's a problem I can fix. Are these guys all going? It's so hard to see. Yeah. Okay, we need more steam there. Alright, I'm on it. Don't worry about it. But maybe I can take some of this steam. I know we're making astonishing amounts of it. Alright, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna pay attention to this area once more. We're gonna overflow here, right? We're gonna see if we can get north with this and reuse some of our power for something, you know? It is flickering real fast, and that's what I want to see. Uh-oh. Oh, we can do it. Oh, I love this. Everything's good. It's the best game ever, and I am the best engineer ever. Do you hear? This is perfect. Everything is perfect. The world is perfect, and I am perfect in it. Everything is just working out. And we want to get this in the steam line right here. The best way to do that is like just here. And yay, I'm contributing. There, and it's pressurizing now. Okay. But this has to be one way. So you have to underflow less than, yeah, sure, 80's good. There you go. This should always be empty, hopefully. And this is pumping as hard as it can. Okay, wait a second. Maybe this isn't, maybe we want to be a little different. I wish there was a better way to do this. I guess it's called an actual pump. All right, hold on. No, this is better, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's good or not. I do not know what is good in life. But I do know these guys are all pumping at 1,200 a second. Wow. I wonder if I'm causing myself problems here. Okay, I'm going to clarify what I just said. I am causing my future self problems. That doesn't count as me. That's a different person. All right, where am I going? What am I doing? I am over there. We're going to get this together, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Unfortunately, this has to happen, and so, fine. 16. Our goal is 16. So they all have to get under a megawatt in power. Okay, I can do that. We can do something like that. Here, come here. I said come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can definitely get this many. But there's, oh, look how it's just like that. So we might not be able to get with 2 wings on here. I suppose I could always intrude on that line. It's not hideous if I do that. I guess that is what I'm going to do. These guys will come out by 2 because we need a via. Is this dead center? I should do that first. Here. Come here. You need to be dead center right here. Alright. Like that. Was that lined up correctly? Yes. Is that lined up correctly? No. Okay, this is what we're doing. Then we'll pull you 2 over for the via. And then we have 2 vias here. Here, start heating yourself up. Okay, this plan is coming together, except I have no heat pipes. So let's go in and get some heat pipes. I don't need many of them. Oh, he's coming for me. The eye thing is coming for me. We'll experiment with this. Right now, I'm not super thrilled. Like, there it is. I think the graphic needs to be a lot better. The graphic is super basic and doesn't... That building does not say I'm about to vomit forth an eye. Just a floating, horrific eyeball that will track you down no matter where you are in the world. Yeah, that's not looking like that. Okay, so. Just looking at this. Looking at my immediate problem. This looks solvable. I don't know if we're going to be able to get 16 DDs in. Because then we're going to take this, and it's going to be like so. Can I move it in a little bit? Yes. I can move that in a little bit too. We should do that. Because this is just kind of dead space right here. And pull it in. Now the problem is we're going to have to deal with input, output, and waste. All with that one surface right there. I'm not looking forward to that. Alright, so like that, like that, like that. Now I'm going to have to go get more crackers, right? And like, oh, wait. There's not enough room to do this? And I have to do it off-center to make it work? I'd rather do it up one. This is gonna hurt. There. Because the space up there is less valuable than the space down here because of the DDs. You know what I mean? And then symmetry is. Okay, I need to go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more crackers. Alright. And sad to say we're probably going to have to move this again. So this is all premature. I put this dead center, but that is almost certainly not what we're going to have to need. Because we're going to need space for 16 DDs here. And that's going to be tough. We also need a waste bin somewhere. Oh. That's unfortunate to think about. Yeah, it's just not going to fit. Just straight up can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 12 at best. And that's still going to be hard. How long does lignin last? Lignin lasts for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's not a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a hybrid. We're going to have a lignin line get out of here, I think. And head south. Like right here. And that's where it's going to be processed to phenol. I kind of wish I'd done things differently here. I kind of don't believe in this anymore. Alright, I need 6 crackers, and we're just going to start with that. Alright. I was hoping I could fit this entire thing elegantly into a... Oh, another one. It also goes in the cage. Yeah, we're going to need lots and lots and lots of these guys, and that's not going to be easy to do. Let's see. Let's see. Made 6. All right, so we'll try this. And then after this, we're going to have problems on top of problems. Yeah, this is going to take the entire rest of the episode. Today, simply chore day. Yeah, so pulling everything up was in fact wrong. And I have dirtied up my inventory once again for nothing. Then you gotta go right here and then right here. All right, let's... I can't even have enough... Oh, okay, we can do this. Here. We can be a little cheeky. Right there. And this is how we do power in. There we go. And then we'll do ash out in a similar way. And then we'll do ash out right here. And it will be not good. Definitely we're not going to call what we're doing here good. We'll call it fine. There you go. Ash out. Okay. Please take all of these bricks. And you're slowly coming up to temperature, and everyone here is going to need to be max. At least have an efficiency beacon. At least have one. Where are you? There. Okay. Can still pick. We want you in probably AM1, right? If I want the entire area. For efficiency mods? Oh, you need power. Excuse me. See there, that drops it down to 30. And we're going to need more modules. Now we're down at 80%. Alright, we're going to need a lot more modules. That's unfortunate. So, I think we head south for this, right? Alright, we will get through this episode. I swear. I swear. We've done a lot of good work today, though. The Xylenol thing is very good. Here, let's take a look at molten iron. If we look here, yeah, it just climbed. And now we're up at max. Or very close to max. And hopefully that's enough. Why did I come all the way down here? I don't know what's going on anymore. And I have to get phenol going for rubber to actually recover. And I need rubber for basically everything. These are the items I need. We make them very poorly up north. We have an entire box of electronics Mark II, which I can go get if I need. Right now I need to know where I am, and I can't navigate this factory anymore. The information is falling out of my head. Yeah, these barely exist now. Alright, that probably doesn't matter, right? I should probably just not think about that, right? Yeah, that's good. Alright, next. Back up, distributive efficiency mods, and then try to wire these things up. Maybe send the whale out to get the materials. I suppose we're going to be doing multiple whales now instead of all in one. Because some of the whale, we're doing it in 2 different blocks. Yeah, this is a mess what I'm doing right here. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I should probably put something else here. But I'm not ripping it up at this point. Alright, friends. We're going to end up with biomass in here, and we don't know what to do with that. Oh, and also friends. Oh, they're still being made. So we have to wait for that. Alright, so we have this line here which includes cellulose and biomass from waste. So you got to come right here, and we have to split. In fact, we're going to split right there. And we're going to send output priority to the right. The eye. Biomass. No, biocrud. We're going to have a biocrud line out here, and we're going to gather it together. This, however, should be just cellulose. Well, no. No, we can't do this here because it can be produced still. The core idea is still okay. The implementation is not okay. All right, so cellulose comes through here and sodium hydroxide. So what will have to happen then is then we'll have sodium hydroxide out here, right? Which means we do this. And so we'll have cellulose on one side and sodium hydroxide on the other. Great. And so you will come around just like so. Then down. Oh, we've caused ourselves problems. Which is, you know, the default state of my quote-unquote designs. Yeah, we can fix it, though. All right, and this is, again, this is mixed sodium hydroxide and cellulose. And it's going to hit this point right here. And this is the, you are getting biocrud out. Well, wait a second. We're ahead of ourselves right now. My guy's got range. He's got reach. I need more efficiency mods. There we go. All right, so this is definitely within the abilities of this machine. All right, so now we have to get stuff out. And I guess the best way for that is no. Oh, it zaps me with a laser. You saw that, right? I got scanned. And I suppose we're going to be doing... Well, this is not quite right. Let's do a unit. We're going to need an in. And the ends will be very close together right here. The ends will be touching each other, in fact. And then we need an out. And that's a general out. That is lignin and biocrud right there. So this is lignin and biocrud line. And we also have input. See why I said this was going to take me all day? See why I've been avoiding this? It's because it's complicated and I'm not good at the game. Alright, so... And we will be gathering our products that way. And then keep in mind, this also has crud on it. Right? It's very cruddy. And you go right there. You go right there. And you go right there. I really feel like I should be bringing this whale in. And then lignin just gets decomposed into phenol, right? Yes. All right. So what we have here is one of these, 8 and 3, and then 2 of these, which is 4 sodium hydroxide. So the real ratio here is 8 and 7. So 15. A whale, 9,000. 9,000 divided by 15. That gives me 600. So we're going to have to go get 4,800, 800 raw fiber, and then 7 times 6, 4,200. 4,200 NaOH. Okay. Let's go do that right now. It's a good use of my time. I want you to be whale hungry. Then I want you to go and get NaOH probably, right? And that's a product, and that's right there. Load items until we have sodium hydroxide in quantity 4,200. And then you go get raw fiber, please. Oh, and I clicked and I didn't mean to do that. And this whale has gone away and blah, 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 blah. And problems. All right, raw fiber, please. Which is right over here. I want you to load items until we have raw fib 4,800. Great. And then you come right here. And then circuit condition. Comparator equals go. And then unload until target. Unload until target. You right there. You right there. And that is 4,800, 30, 4,072. Yes. No, it's backwards. It's backwards. And it's unload until target, right? I started messing that up again. All right, come here, friend. We will get through this by end of episode. We will. All right, so that's on the way, and we're just not going to deal with that for the moment. We'll wire this up later. I just want all this stuff in hand. All right, so you're almost ready to go. No, you're not. You're going to need more time. All right, so we have our product line, which is also a waste line. And it's going to come right here, and we want to do the same thing. We want use filters, biocrud. And that's going to make its way out. And we're going to want to draw a wire all the way back here to ensure that we stop producing when we have enough phenol in the system. Oh, this is going the wrong way. All right, I can fix it. Then all the way back there. And astoundingly, this is not the end of this process. Oh, unfortunately, that has to... No, we can make it work. In fact, we have to make it work. Hold on a second. This cannot go here. This has to go there. So we're going to have a little belty action right there. There we go. There. And then we have product and waste all on there. And of course, we're missing stuff because we don't have power and we don't have steam in. Maybe I just make the steam right here. How much steam do you need? 25 a second. So I need only a couple. I'm not a huge fan of what I'm doing here or where I located it. I feel like there's a lot of improvements that could be made. So we probably want 3 boilers. So I put it in the wrong spot. Then right there, and we will boil the steam. I really want to check in on iron again. How are we doing here? We're not spinning all that hard. Oh, I mean, there's quite a lot coming. Oh, it's backed up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Problem smashed in the face. Yeah. All right. And then this is producing full speed. That's excellent right there. And this doesn't have a guy. Oh, he has a guy making a delivery. So maybe this could be prioritized. Maybe that's a better idea. Maybe splitting it's all right. But this is going to divert all steel to be making stainless soon. And hopefully we're not bottlenecked on iron ore or iron plate. All right. We'll examine that some other time. But for right now, all you guys get to get H'd. Or V'd, excuse me. And we need to pull in a steam... Oh, that's going to be tough. You're going to need an exception, unfortunately. Everyone else... What is that? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I clipped this line. I moved it one too many times. Well, yeah, it gives me the thing with a laser. I don't know if that's safe. Good eye, sir. Yeah, this is all just way, way too complicated. Glad I caught that. That was inevitably going to wreck my face, right? The only reason I caught it is because I noticed that something that I was connecting was about to connect to something else. And I was like, no, that should not happen. No, sir. Please do not. Okay, and all these guys are connected. And this is all but one. And we'll have to see about the... And this is annoying. But not super duper annoying. Like it's just a really ugly twist. Now everyone's got their steam. How are you not up to temperature yet? Now we gotta get this guy in, and you've gotta be an exception, of course. We've gotta get someone who's gonna be a problem. Thinks it's all about them. Actually, this is in fact a pretty big problem. We have to come over here. Alright, that entire line just for that one machine. Okay. I think we've made it at this point. We will see this machine work, I hope. And so now we have a product and waste line going right here. And we can't just get rid of the waste right now because there's still a wasteful step. A step with potential for waste coming. All right, what are we doing? We're going to go right down there, right? And this is our goal. I don't know if we have enough windmills because we've been throwing them around. That's wrong. That's right. So can we just get through here? Just straight through here? Through acetonitrile? I think that's what it is anyway. Acetoacetate? What are you? Acetonitrile. Yeah, I knew that. See, look at this. I know things. Right there. And then down and right there. Down and right there. And I am all but certain I don't have enough windmills for this. Which is a tragedy upon tragedies. Alright, we have our input. We have our simple goal. Yeah, we have to go get more windfoot. 16 DDs. That could be better. Oculus could be better. Maybe I'll take that as a hobby project. Windmills. I came here to look at windmills. And I don't see any anywhere. And if I go look at the windmill bin... Oh, I didn't do anything with the frontiers. We have 15 here. Oh, so it's... Wait a second. How can this be exactly at 15? Oh, it's greater than 20. Oh, okay, so we haven't hit that yet. Alright, so we may actually be out of windmill. Which we will fake by ripping down this area. We didn't put this up. Absolutely not. No, we didn't do this. It was your imagination getting away from you. You really should be more grounded. You should take your pills. Alright, everyone back in. And we will just relocate this elsewhere, and we'll deal with the fact we have no windmills later. Alright, how are we doing right now in power? That's solid. Okay, Neosota, be right back. Alright, so let's throw this down, and then let's try to get out of here. We're going to go over time. I may have to take a substantial pause as a consequence. So 16, and I don't have enough. And it's going to be very simple ins and outs, right? Will I be able to get... How many will I be able to get in? Am I being we have two outs, actually. We're going to have a waste out, which is going to have to happen even here, and a phenol out. So like that. It's going to be 2 a second. We're going to be making 32 a second of phenol at peak. Yeah, that might be okay. That might solve our problem. So something like that. And I'm going to have to go get more, unfortunately. I mean, I probably could order iPods to bring them to me, but I don't think they're discriminate, you know? Like, it would... If iPods work like bots and bring one item at a time, that's bad. They are simply bad. They're not fast enough. They are only 3 in a pod. If they only bring one item, they will be forever bringing you exactly one power pole, exactly one pipe. You need an enormous swarm of them. But if they brought you like a stack, or finished off a stack, then they might be useful. I don't know, they might be too useful then, but they are really expensive, and they only fit 3 in a little iPod house. I'm definitely feeling like there's room for improvement with these guys. That is kind of premature of me, given I haven't actually used them yet. But I'm getting bad vibes right now. Okay, so this is going to be our out. This is clean line of phenol out. I guess you got to be like this. And you just have to be only phenol. Thank you, please. And then like so, and like so. Okay, so a clean line of phenol out. And then what we'll have to do is bring these guys around. Yeah, and it's going to have a hug belt going around the back. So you'll get in like that, and then you are lignin in, I suppose. I should check the code on that. And you also have to be not phenol out. So like you, only not. All right, and that's going to be biocrud, essentially. Okay, so this will come around like so. And then we will curl like this. Great, we have our unit. It's time for Captain Copy and Captain Paste to do their duty. It does feel kind of like a mugging when they do that. Alright, so. And then this guy. Now we got problems. Well, we can solve those problems though. Alright, so what we do now is we copy everything we've just done. All of it. Except that power pole, which annoys me. V it. And then just like that. And then obviously one side is not correct, but we're going to work on that exactly right now. In fact, we're going to put this line... Oh, I don't know. This is phenol out, the good line. And it's coming like that. And this is the bad line right there. And this is going the wrong way, but don't worry about it. Okay, this way. Alright, now, you're out of range? You are. It's exceptionally sad, but I will fix it. And then just right here and right here. Just ad hoc. And the line art is not going to be good. Oh, it is to vomit. Okay, don't look at that. And so we will have our out right here. Yes. our out right here, the final success of our plan with our brain. Please don't replace me, AI. I still have some service I can render. And take that. Up. Alright, good. It's not centered. To be uncentered is to be hideous. Alright, so we have an out right there. This is going to be a weird space we're going to be leaving. Yeah, all of this is just unfortunate. Then, I guess for symmetry, we'll use an aerial caravan, even though we don't have to. And then, right here, at the end, this is BioCrud in. And this will accept BioCrud from the entire line. And we'll just get it out somehow. And then maybe we'll use this, in and out right here and just put a simple transformation. I don't know how that's going to work. All right, let's turn this beast on. Then we'll only go a little over today. It's going to take a while to fill up. Are we heated? Yes, we are heated. We are now ready to go. This guy, I wonder why this guy took so long. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Raw fiber. Cellulose. Or sodium hydroxide. What are you doing? So we're going to turn you on last. That should be everything you need, and that should be everything you need. We should be ready to go. All I have to do now is flip that, flip that, flip that, take this, do that and that, flip that and that. Okay. And now we watch the show, right? So it's making the cellulose. It's making quite a lot of cellulose. It expires in 10 minutes. Oh, I'm so glad this is just different white poofy things moving around. That makes me so happy. Alright, so there we go. Shoving in this, making the lignin. We might need more hands bringing the lignin out. No, we're good for right now. So lignin coming out. No, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be alright. And this should make an absurd amount of phenol in the end, right? Lignin is going on a ride. It's not the most efficient ride. I wish the 5-minute expiry wasn't happening right here, Oh, I don't like seeing it not being able to vent. Here, that is a very good point. That should be like that. Why aren't any of you going? Looks like the cellulose isn't arriving, but... Alright, we're not going to look at that a second. I want to go look at the DDs. So are we wiggling? Yes, we are wiggling. And there we have our phenol. It looks like the snagging is being done correctly. Phenol on the belt. Okay, so it's going to build up. And then the phenol is going to come down here. All right, let's hook up these whales. Oh, what's that? Lignin? Here, work on that. Whale. Your job is to be whale hungry. I want you to come here and fill your cargo. And I want you to hook that up to phenol. And phenol is kind of a problem because I should have used a full 4. But instead I used a 2, I think. Or maybe even just a box. Yeah, that might need to be upgraded one day. It's going to be a pain, but I'll do it. Thank you, Mr. iPod. Alright, so you're making... Shouldn't there be a lot more than that by now? Why isn't... shouldn't this be flooding in? Oh, I guess it is. And it's taking time to build up pressure. Because that's looking good. That's looking like we're having trouble venting, honestly. And you just could be a caravan. You get to be dinosaur hungry. You get to be here. You have to pick up the waste product, which thankfully there's only one waste product. And you take that up to BioCrud recycling right there. And you get that. All right, so it is coming along, and it's building more and more. I'm worried that we're not being able to vent somewhere, and that's just going to cause waste. All right, so now what we have to do is get a signal all the way back. We want to not go... Oh, I should have put in a buffer. Oh, I'm dumb. Well, there's time here. There. Put it into the shed. It goes into the shed. It goes into the there. And now Mr. Whale, who I just messed with, you fill cargo here instead. It was always right there. I think you will find. All right. So phenol production going better, question mark. Definitely putting more effort into it. I don't like how it's backing up here. Why is it backing up? Cellulose should never be back. Oh. Ooh. Did I miscalculate? We have 25 each times 12. That's 300. And I put in half of that. Yes. Yes, I miscalculated. Okay. Great. That's a wonderful feeling. And then immediately getting lost because you pound an energy drink and just fly off towards the stars. iPod. Where am I and what am I doing? It's right over there. And, okay, once again, where am I? Okay, up 1, over 1. All right, this is where I'm going. We need to get more steam immediately. It actually fits. But no, it doesn't. Well, we can make it work. More steam immediately, please. There. That's 360 steam a second. And this only will eat 300 a second, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 400. I am some days intelligent, on other days I'm me. And that's... Alright, we're just... I don't care. This is me not caring anymore. Doctor, the patient has an acute case of he doesn't care anymore. This is just a mess. I should have used this area down here, I guess. Just a mess. Well, the good news is we probably have our steam now. And this is going to run out eventually, I think. Anyway, let's try to wire the world together. You to you, to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Now we have to get this signal out. We should use green wire. Using red was a mistake, because red's already in use around here. Actually, having these guys go forever isn't a bad idea. Like, it just doesn't matter. Alright, green wire. It's only these that need to be controlled. And really only one side, but whatever. Alright, so green wire down. And we have to get this signal all the way to the bottom. Good. Just, it runs up and zaps me. How am I going to build up an appreciable amount of those? Because I'm almost certain that it's only doing one item at a time, which is I know this is a very dangerous, very delicate path to walk. Because it shouldn't be a lot. It shouldn't solve all of your problems. At the same time, it shouldn't be terrible. Like, at minimum, I think there should be more spaces in each iPod area. Just to keep that footprint. I also think that iPod area needs to be reworked. All right, there we go. This will stop. We will regulate this by whenever there is more than 500 phenol in there, we do not produce anything more. So we have this signal right now. It's getting in phenol. Enabled based on phenol less than 500. There you go. Oh, and that probably shouldn't be like that for a whole lot of reasons. Okay, I have messed that up, and I acknowledge this fact. And I've messed this up, and I acknowledge that fact as well. Let's clean that area. Alright, that fixes it. Good. Take all that. Take all that. Okay. So these guys will now stop when there's too much phenol in that box. And that is a stable compound, and that is a safe place to stop. So, good. It took all day. It really did, and I knew it was going to take all day. This is a bad sign. Can't vent. Yeah, this is just going to rot. We need to stack some of these, but it's going to be tough, right? Yeah. Will this work? Weirdly, it does. Oh, wow. This is a level up right here. Look at this. And it will just stack things. And because of where it is, it doesn't impede flow either. This is an upgrade in thinking. And this will save belt space without any problems. I mean, it's not that great, but it looks great. Look at how it clears out parts of the belt without any trouble. And now these guys shouldn't have any trouble venting either. Oh, it solved the problem. Problem is it can only be done once. Maybe doing it right closer over here would have been more efficient, but it doesn't matter. This does the job. All right, good. And then down here, this is rocking, and you can be prodded if necessary. We actually do have some biocrud being made. That's unfortunate. Well, we have an attendant for that. Oh, and this guy's already gone. And this should be phenol forever now. Let's take a look. Over the last 10 hours, we have suffered. We could hope for about 1,000 a minute. And now here we are at 4,000 a minute. That's what you want to see. To absolutely smash. See, that guy had a multi-purpose pipe on him. I saw that before he lasered me. And is this all going? Yes. Except for you, which I guess this is fine. You'll be going in a moment here. Yeah, there you go. And then you have a little bit of a backup. Alright, we're just going to assume everything's okay here. Alright, great. We're done. Time to hit city center, time to recap. And then tomorrow, I guess once again, we try to build again. We did solve some major problems today. Iron plate production and Xylenol are synonymous. Please stop. Please just get in there. If I go look right now at the phenol box, yeah, we've cleared that all that out. There's gonna be more coming, but but we've probably solved our local problem. And then we go look at rubber. Rubber's now going completely, and I think this is going to be okay there. Okay, what's our problem? No, we have no problem. No, we have no problem. There is no problem. And then hopefully this works out. And we get lab instruments online again, and that makes more plasmids again, and the entire factory is better. It was a really fussy build, but hopefully it is now finished. So, center properly. I've learned that this is the wrong center, but it's an easy center. Oh, we're too zoomed. Too out. So it's like this now. Now, again, wrong zoom. So hard to find the right one. I'm taking very consistent screenshots now, and they're consistently misaligned, but that is a problem that can be solved. All right, screenshot now. Okay, wait a second. One thing to do. Victory. Primary phenol generation. Done. And this doesn't be needed anymore. And so, this is what we did today, guys. All that for a couple lines out. All right, so what did I do today? There were two main problems in the factory. One, we were not producing enough iron, molten iron, and we were not producing enough rubber. And I think I addressed both of them. Let me discuss how. Not enough iron was because not enough Xylenol. Not enough Xylenol was because we couldn't vent our waste hydrocarbons enough to get the low hydrocarbons, the low distillates that we needed in order to make Xylenol. So what I did is we paved all this area. What was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 by 2. That's 42. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33. 33 blocks is a lot. It might be a record. We did this entire area right here simply so that we could have this block. And this is where we put in the mother of all hydrocarbon venters. And it's working very well. Hydrocarbons are now just banging along as fast as they can, and Xylenol is going. In addition, we made another Xylenol maker. Where did we stick that? We stuck it in a really cheeky area. I think like right here, maybe? That's the wrong color. I think that's lubricant. Right here? Yeah, I think it's right there. Which makes Xylenol through the benzene method, which isn't that efficient in that it consumes a whole lot of resources, but it actually is working. So between these two things, we're making a lot of Xylenol, and a lot of Xylenol means a lot of iron, and this is now backing up. And so we no longer have an iron problem. And all of the steel is backing up, which means stainless is backing up, so good. This primary resource is now meeting our needs. Rubber, on the other hand, was a bigger problem. We've addressed all the other bottlenecks, and its bottleneck was now phenol. And phenol could be made from cumene with a co-product of acetone, and acetone is useless to me right now. So I had to make an actual primary phenol maker, and it had to come from cellulose into lignin into phenol. And this is a tricky thing because it involves heat and spoilage. And it took me the entire back half of this episode to get together. But we are now making an absurd amount of phenol from relatively abundant inputs. And I think it's going to completely satisfy the current needs of the factory. So with those foundational issues out of the way, hopefully rubber will be made. Rubber will be made into lab instruments. Lab instruments will be made into plasmids. Plasmids will be made into everything in the medical wing. And that's where we were stuck. Meanwhile, iron will be made. It will be made into stainless. Stainless will be made into ASP. ASP will be everything else in the factory, all of the machine shop. And between these two little bursts of attention, hopefully everything is now working again. Unfortunately, I will review the factory after this episode and probably find a whole bunch more to do. But for right now, I am I'm filled to the brim with optimism and just raw, pounding joy. So I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.